This is Alan Whitegrants with the Rackspace Stardust Program. I'm here with my friend Jon Medved, and Jon, you just gave a really inspiring speech, a talk, all about what's going on in Jerusalem. We're here at the JVB Media Quarters. What's going on in Jerusalem?
Well, it's a good question. All of a sudden, Jerusalem is getting noticed worldwide as one of the emerging tech startup hubs. Everybody until now has thought about Tel Aviv when they think of Israeli startups, the heart of startup nation, except Jerusalem is Israel's capital. And Jerusalem has now been recently named by Time magazine as the most interesting emerging startup center, and now by Startup Genome, which is also called Compass, was named in the top 20 entrepreneurial centers worldwide of all kinds. So something is happening here, and there are now hundreds of startups in the city, and things are changing. What's happening is there's an ecosystem being developed by both immigrants, students, scientists in certain clusters here in Jerusalem, which are really changing the face of the city. It turns out that two of perhaps Israel's 3 or 4 largest tech companies are headquartered now here in Jerusalem. Teva Pharmaceuticals, which has now just made a huge $40 billion acquisition, gets a start in Jerusalem, as well as Mobileye, which was the largest IPO out of Israel ever, about a $10 billion market cap, also here in Jerusalem. So not just startups, but real big companies are here. And this ecosystem will start to feed on itself. Because as these big companies are attracting more and more scientists, and by the way, there are people like Cisco here in the city and Intel who have very, very significant facilities, there will also be more and more support for the startup entrepreneurs who are starting their companies like my own at our crowd. We've gone from a standing start about 2.5 years ago to today employing about 80 people, and we're not alone. There are literally dozens and dozens of these startups that are not just getting started, but are making huge progress in the city. So come to Jerusalem, check out our sites, connect to history, but also see what we're doing to build the future of Israel and the world.